What's going on, guys? Guardians of the Galaxy, #1 box office smash of the year. I love the movie, and I was thinking, could Guardians of the Galaxy happen in real life? Today, real scientists are gonna answer all my dumb questions, and what you're about to find out may shock you, or prove me to be an idiot. First, I'd like to say welcome back, Doctor.
It's great to be back.
Oh, it's fantastic to have you. So we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. Have you seen it?
I have not.
Wow. You call yourself a man of science.
That's what my students said when I asked them yesterday.
Dr. Clifford Johnson, how large is our galaxy?
In terms of the visible stuff, the actual stars, you've got something like a width of 100,000 light years.
Think of it in terms of numbers, right? We have our own star that we're going around. There are
It's called the sun.
It is called the sun, that's right. And then we are talking about give or take, maybe 100 billion of stars like our sun, just in our own galaxy alone.
Impossible.
Right? I think it's possible. I think we kind of know that to be a fact.
Okay. You win that one. How long would it take me as a guardian of the galaxy to patrol? If let's say I had to do my nightly rounds.
Too long for your lifetime.
Like, so if I was security guard working overtime?
You'd die in the middle of the shift.
Like a shift and a half. What?
It's not going to be a nightly shift.
So they got to the other side of the galaxy in the movie, probably in the movie was like 20 years after
they took him from Earth.
They took him from Earth.
They have something that can help a little bit, which is what's called time dilation. Moving at that speed, they will actually age more slowly, according to physics, than say people staying here on Earth. So that will help them a little bit. You're not going to reduce 100,000 years down to 20 years, but it would help them a little bit. From the point of view of the people on Earth, though.
So are you saying when they come back to Earth to help out the Avengers will all be dead?
I'm afraid so.
No.
Except the immortal one.
No, yeah, don't tell.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige does not want to hear that. In one scene, Star-Lord Peter Quill is floating in outer space with only a mask. How long would a man last in outer space if he had just a breathing apparatus on his mouth? No suit, no space
Not very
suit.
long. You'd be exposed to a lot of radiation and cosmic rays and things like this, and it probably wouldn't be good for you.
You can actually survive for a little bit in space, but the worst idea is to be breathing any air. If you do what you might instinctively do, which is breathe in and hold your breath, and then you go out into the low vacuum of space, that air is going to be trying to get out. It's going to rupture your lungs.
Oh, no.
So I don't know what that breathing device is, but if it's giving him air and then he's breathing normally, his lungs are in danger.
So if you just have a breathing apparatus, it wouldn't be very long, but there are ways to...
Well, what if it's a pretty like sweet-ass mask with like two like red eyes?
It probably wouldn't make much of a difference.
But what if you're wearing a leather duster?
You'd look cool when you're dead.
So if we're forgiving, maybe it also projects something that protects his lungs. Because if it doesn't, he's in trouble if he's in the vacuum of space. So maybe it does.
Yeah, I'm saying that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. If you had a cassette tape for 20 years and you just played it over and over again, how long would it take for the tape to wear out?
I'd bet against it going on for 20 years.
I would say with constant playing...
You couldn't get enough of this
I couldn't give you a
thing.
number, but I just know how my own cassette tapes, and I still have some,
Okay,
have
your
survived over the
empirical
years.
evidence, Doctor.
My empirical evidence is by now that tape would not be playing so well.
Wrong. It lasted. Okay. Plants, trees, living things?
Of course.
Good answer. Now, how far are we from science creating a conscious, responsive tree?
That would take a lot of work.
Given that we don't understand what consciousness is yet, even
Oh, I
in
do.
ourselves.
I'm awake and talking and thinking.
Yeah, but how do you know that I'm
Bam.
conscious? How do you know I'm not just a computer program talking to you with programmed responses?
Okay, don't scare me, Doctor. You
Okay.
didn't come in. We didn't bring you in here to scare me and give me a
No,
nightmare.
I'm not scaring you. I'm hoping that
No,
I'm
you
actually
are
getting you
scaring
excited
me.
about that
No,
possibility.
you are scaring me, thinking that like you're like a robot man. Biologically speaking, could there be an alien tree?
I might allow that.
Okay.
I might allow
You
that.
think that's possible? Could be possible?
Well, first of all, I think it's more cool than possible, but there's a small likelihood. I can imagine that.
Well, Guardians of the Galaxy is cool. That's a given.
So I hear.
Okay. It's pretty sweet. You should see it. Okay, how far are we from making a talking raccoon?
I have a running battle with raccoons in my garden pretty much every night, especially during the spring.
Gotcha.
And I communicate with them all the time, but not speaking.
Are you communicating telepathically with raccoons, Doctor?
Not telepathically. Mostly with water cannon and anything I can throw at them when they're trying to dig holes in my vegetable patch.
Oh.
So it's good old-fashioned communication, nothing sophisticated. What we could do, maybe what's going on with Rocket, is that they have indeed ways of interpreting signals in the brain, and then maybe there's a hidden device that's then projecting that in terms of
maybe because he
speech.
had all those bolts and everything in his
Yeah.
back. Something.
So maybe
they went in
there's-
and did something.
Yeah, like a universal translator from, that other universe.
Texas Instruments.
Wasn't what I was thinking, but
an,
we'll go with
an
that.
iPhone app.
If you like.
Could a man impregnate a raccoon?
No.
Could a raccoon impregnate a lady?
No.
A human lady?
No.
How do you know?
I'm pretty sure that the wiring doesn't work like that way.
There is an infinity stone that is capable of destroying an entire planet. Do we have anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, there are incredibly powerful sources of energy in the universe,
Yeah.
but and we know about them.
Yeah.
But that small, that compact here on Earth, as far as I know, no.
I mean, if you think about it, a nuclear bomb isn't that big in volume, and yet look at the destruction that it does. So there may be possibly a way of packing that much energy into something, in a very, very dense way, into something very, very small.
Okay.
I'm down with that. I think that
Okay. So
might make sense. I don't know how to do that, and I don't think anyone does, but I
Right.
think it might make sense.
On the galactic scale, that's still small potatoes compared to the kinds of energy sources you can find. Like black holes, for example, are incredibly dense sources of power if you can manipulate them in the right way.
Let me
They're not
ask you this.
usually that small, though.
if a man were to make love to a black hole, what would happen?
Probably not going to come back from that experience.
Yeah, because
Once you go black, you never come back. Right, exactly. Right.
Thank you, Doctor. Yet again, we've proven without a shadow of a doubt that science eludes me. We want to bring those scientists back to debunk something else. What would you like to see us break down? Is it the future? Monsters? Nick Cage's hair? Let us know in the comment section below. If we use your idea, we will send you a Screen Junkies t-shirt. How about that? I'm Hal Rudnick. Thank you for watching. Hit me up on Twitter. Bye-bye. Is it realistic for one to go back in time by going 88 miles per hour in a DeLorean flowing through a flux capacitor?
I don't know until you tell me more about how that thing worked.
I just explained how it worked.
They still haven't told me enough.